Hello, everybody. We are Group D Thai. In our group, we have Panatda, who is one, Siripitch, Opal, Chichaya, Nam, and me, myself, Nan.
Okay, let's start with KPI. The intention of KPI is to help you evaluate the current value and status of a metric against a defined target. A KPI visual requires a base visual that evaluated to a value and target visual or value and a goal. To convert the data table into a KPI, I selected the KPI icon from the visualization pane. A KPI has three sections: value, trend, and target. I added the sum of profit to the value section, assign band to the trend, and set the target section to the sum of operated countries. Then I selected Samsung data to display in the KPI. We can see the KPI now show Samsung sum of profit with the value display above the target. The next one is rating visual by TME AG. It provides a variety of rating options for various performance indicators. The visual help user to create different score and rating indicator for their report. User can use different form of the data field to display rating. For the rating visual, I set the following criteria: a rating of 1 for number 0 to 40, and 2 for 40 to 60, and 4 for 60 to 100, and 5 for number over 100. Based on this criteria, the rating visual shows the rating of 2 out of 5 for Samsung because the number of operated countries for Samsung is 74.
The first chart that I want to talk about is clustered column chart. The purpose of this chart is to enable clear comparison between the two groups of bars. Each group of bars represent a category and the bars within the group represent the different data series. It's particularly effective for analyzing trend over the time, identifying outliers, or comparing multiple data points side by side. For example, I used the information of the imported black tea in 2022 and 2023. From the chart, you can compare the total volume of black tea imported by various countries. This chart highlights that Argentina, which is the leading one, it imports the highest amount of black tea, and the chart also reveals a noticeable decline in the quantity of black tea imported by Argentina compared to the data from previous years, as well as the other countries. For the next visual that I use ArcGIS for Power BI. This visual provides advanced mapping capabilities such as customizable base map, data clustering, and support for layers that allow you to overlay multiple datasets for deeper analysis. With this visual, you can take data such as sales performance, customer location, or demographic statistic and plot it into the detailed map, which can help you find the spatial relationship and discover pattern based on the geographic locations. For the example, I also use the data from imported black tea in 2022. On the visualization that I use, it displays a spatial perspective on the data. From the circle on the map, you can see the sides that are different. In each pink circle correspond to a country and the size of the circle represent the total volume of black tea imported by that country. So you can see that the largest circle is in Argentina, which means that Argentina have the most imported black tea in 2022. The last visual that I want to talk about is multi-target KPI. This visual used to track and evaluate performance against multiple target or goals for a particular metric, and it will explain in the standard KPI visual. And because the name is multi-target KPI, you can display more than one target value. I also use the information from the imported black tea in 2022. In this visualization, it is designed to highlight the total imported black tea for each country and allowing us to quickly compare their contributions in this year compared with the previous year. As you can see on the Argentina box, it's have the number like 43K represent the amount of imported black tea in this country, and the bar below show you that the data from this year is lower than its performance last year.
Okay, the next visual is a cluster and line column chart. This type of visualization can help you compare the minor trends. Mostly they were used to compare sales or the popularity of the trend, and the line will mostly show the overall trends. From this visual, I use the data about some of PS5 sales and some of Nintendo sales compared to the trend about game release in 2023. The light blue one is some of PS5 sale in October to May, and the dark blue one is shows Nintendo Switch sale from October to May. The orange line shows the sum of the game release 10. By creating this visualization, I put month in x-axis to represent the sales in each month. And for the column y-axis, I put sum of PS5 sale and sum of Switch sales. This will turn out to show the cluster column of these two values. And in the line y-axis, I put a sum of game release trends, which will show up in the line that's appear to compare both light blue and dark blue one. Key influencers. This type of charts mostly used to find the variation when you need to know about up or down, increase or decrease thing. So these charts are used an F1 formula race result. The influence, I will use the points of the race to show the position increase or decrease. I use points put in the analysis part so we can determine the point better on the others variation. I use driver, team, and positions to explain the gaining or decrease in point. In this chart, you can see that when the driver have position 1, they will show in the increasing the point for the race. And when the position is lower, the increasing point of the race will decrease. The right graph is show the position, how high they can increase the point when compared to other position. Next, this is packed bubbles visual. This type of visualization usually most show the quantity that is it high or is it low quantity in something. For this chart, I use sales, supermarket sales to show the number of sales in each country and in each criteria. For the category, I use the product line. So the number of products sold in each branches of the supermarket will appear. And the legend, I use customer type. The green one is a customer that is a customer, normal customer, not a membership. And the purple one will represent the member customer. The value I use sum of quantity. You can see the number in the second line of each bubble that represent the quantity of the product by in each category is sum from the every branch of the supermarket.
Okay, so for the next one, the first visual I use is a gauge. So this type of Power BI visualization is used to display a single value within a data range. This gauge shows like progress, or it shows progress towards a target that is represented in the sales. This type of visualization resembles a speedometer or a dial, which shows us where the specific sales is and how far it is away from their goal or threshold. So in this case, I have used the average minimum sales to see how far. Average sales is 30.36K, and we have shown the minimum and the maximum value of data to see how far away we are from the goal that we are supposed to reach. It is infographic designer visualization in Power BI that focuses on creating engaging data and reports and dashboard. So it makes reading the data in a very simple manner. Their role, it is often shows a proper gap between the different types of product we are trying to show. So in this case, we show the sum of sales by the specific items. For example, television, home theater, and cell phone. We show the amount of sales by item and the unit price that they are sold.